Also, don't know if you've heard this before. Juventud Guerrero was thrown out of Australia at this time.
At this time. Okay. I just saw a headline about Conan with something with Hoovy. I thought that's what you were going to.
You know what's funny about that? He was talking about, because I interviewed Juventud, and Juventud was talking about Conan, so Conan was talking about Juventud from my interview. So that's kind of like how that.
Are they not friends now or something?
No.
Oh, geez. See, that's I hate that bullshit, man. I hate. Yeah,
they have heat. They have heat. I was just wondering, because there's always been like a roller coaster with them. They're like, they're buddies, they're not buddies, they're buddies, they're not buddies. But right now, they're definitely not buddies.
Yeah,
Hoovy's not too happy with Conan.
Yeah, that sucks.
But do you remember him being thrown out of Australia in 2000?
The hotel running around naked or something?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. I wasn't there, but I do remember that. Yes.
Were you employed at that point? Did they tell you like, oh, Vince, by the way, one of your guys is, no. Causing trouble?
That doesn't come to me. I'm just writing the show. That doesn't come to me.
I'll just throw it out there just so people are aware. So he gets basically released from WCW in October of 2000, but he gets, quote unquote, thrown out of Brisbane, Australia during the WCW Australian tour. He was apparently or reportedly under the influence of PCP or ecstasy. He was found running naked, screaming through the hotel, "I am God." Hacksaw Jim Duggan attempt to contain him. The police arrived. He got physically involved with the police officer. He attacked one officer, allegedly breaking a female officer's ribs. Oof. After deportation and the police subdued him with nightsticks and mace, he was placed in a police cage vehicle where he continued to howl and yell at authorities. He was arrested and held there by local authorities. Following this, obviously, he was released to the local police. WCW officials quickly arranged for his immediate return to the United States to avoid further international legal issues. He was promptly released from his company due to the embarrassment. He was also had a fine that he had to pay of $1,800. So not too bad on the fine there.
They put him in a cage like an animal?
Yeah, in the vehicle, like they had those cage vehicles. Yeah,
that's great. That is great.
So that is Hoovy that time in 2000. People wonder what happened to him. What was his exit? He just kind of disappeared. That was his exit.
Yeah, what a shame. I love Hoovy.
Me too. He was great. Not only great in the ring, he really kind of maybe had more charisma than people realized. The juice and he was great.
Absolutely. That's why I put him on color, bro.
Yes. Yeah. Good call.
Yeah.
They obviously did a little bit of thing with remember Pinata on a pole and that whole thing we talked about with Ed Ferrara doing the Jim Ross and Dr. Death and stuff like that. But all that was pretty entertaining. Although some people have a problem with it now, but pretty entertaining still.
Well, but it's funny, bro. Like so many people have a problem with that stuff, which I apologize to JR years and years and years and years ago. But it seems like JR's got his own little issues now with
wow. Yeah. I never literally and I follow that stuff religiously. JR fan, I follow Dudley, all that stuff. I've never heard that ever. So Devon kept that pretty close to the vest.
Yeah, I never heard it either. And I talked to Devon yesterday because he wants to have me on his show, and I'm like, Devon, like I believe you, but like I never experienced anything like that with Jim.
Yeah, I've never heard anything like that. Maybe him being ornery and stuff like that, but never that kind of type of stuff.
Yeah, bro, he probably, you know what I mean?
Maybe
had a little too much to drink or something,
Yeah,
but
Devon Dudley doesn't strike me as the type of guy to make stuff up.
No, absolutely not. No doubt whatsoever. Absolutely not. You would never ever question Devon in a million years.
Bubba Ray, maybe. Devon, definitely not.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Now, Bubba's a straight shooter, too.
And all those New York guys, bro. Taz, like all those guys.
Yeah, Dreamer doesn't BS and stuff,
Yeah.
Man, it's just interesting when that comes out because you're like, wow, that was, 20-some years ago. I'd never even heard of Peep.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So here, I got to throw this out there again, just to throw this out there. You're gone, so you're not there. But Dave Meltzer says this is one of the worst pay-per-views of all time and the worst pay-per-view of the year 2000. So you weren't writing it, weren't a part of it. But just to give you some free grace here, you were not part of the worst.
If you want to look up real quick, look up WCW at the Cow Palace.
Oh yeah.
That was my last show. I did not write another thing after that show.
So you know what's great about that show, because I was looking at it recently.
Yeah.
San Francisco 49ers match. Jeff Jarrett versus Booker T for the world title. 4 different corners. You get boxes. You have to break open the box, whatever the title's in.
Yeah, and one of the boxes fell off the poles, I think, during the match.
Yes.
That was my last. That was the
Yes.
last thing I ever wrote. That was it.
Yes.
So what date was that?
October 4th, 2000.
That's it. That was it.
We'll have to break that down in the future. We'll have to break that.
If you go back and watch that show, I gave Mike Sanders the keys to the castle, knowing I was never coming back.
Yes, I remember that. And I remember in the San Francisco 49ers box, one of the box, picture of Scott Hall.
Interesting.
Kind of weird.
Bro, did you ever hear that about the Australian tour and all that shit?
As far as Hoovy and stuff, or what?
As far as me.
No. Obviously, you didn't go.
Well, bro, we're in San Francisco, the Cow Palace, right? I know I'm done. I know it's done. I'm supposed to go to Australia, right? Bro, the Giants are playing the Mets in the playoffs in San Francisco the day we're leaving for Australia. And I said, you know what? I'm going to the Giant game. And I went to the playoff game and did not go to Australia and never went back.
Wow, is that one of those things where you just say like, "Hey, screw this, I'm doing this," or you like make up an excuse like, "Oh, I can't do it. I got post-concussion syndrome. I can't fly," or something?
I just said I wasn't going.
Wow.
And I went to the game.
Who'd you go with? Borash?
Yes. Yep.
Nice.
And that was it. It was over. That was it.
Wow. And did the Giants win? I would imagine not.
Oh, bro, what a great game. Freaking, I'll never forget. It was the playoffs against the Mets, and freaking JT Snow hit a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 9th to tie the game, and then the Mets won it in the top of the 10th.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mets go on to that World Series and lose to the Yanks. So